What up? This will be your Gnar Par League Indoor Disc Golf Challenge Week 1 recap video. We're going to look at some statistics and some scores and whatnot. It turns out I had some issues with Tim Bayer's score. I'll figure that later. It doesn't make a difference. He beat everyone by so much. So let's get right into this. Here's our spreadsheet of the scores. Congratulations to our overall winner, Tim Bayer. Our card winners were Ryan Pitnero, Kyle Lieberman, Boris, Nicholas Smith, and Dave Kopp. Big shout out to Janet Crenshaw, who had the second best score of anyone. Well, actually tied for second best score, but unfortunately she was on the same card as Tim Bayer, so she does not get the priority registration next week. All you people that won your cards get priority registration. I'll be reaching out to you, and you'll be able to pick your tee time for next week before everyone else. Also, I'm going to do a shout out right down here to Elijah, who hit the ace on the hole throwing south back toward the bowl. He won the ace pot. $120 goes to him. And I also aced the triple Mando hole, but I was playing for fun. I don't pay in. I just played at 9 p.m. because someone didn't show up for their tee time. So there you go. There's your winners. There's your ace pool winner. As far as overall scores go, like I said, Tim Bayer. I have to look at the score a little bit closer because I actually messed up some of the scoring here. Chad Crone pointed out to me that the scoring didn't make sense. I either fingered it wrong when I was typing it in or whatever. I have to go back and check that. But it doesn't affect this video because he ran away with so many strokes. It doesn't matter. Let's look at putting. We're going to sort for the putting column here. See who our best putters were. So not a surprise here. A lot of the best putters were, in fact, the people that won. Tim Bayer, around 12 down putting. Ryan Pitnero, 4 under on putting. Janet Crenshaw, 3 under on putting. Kyle, 2 under on putter. 2 under on putting. We got 4 people who shot even through the putting holes, and then everyone else was over putting through the putting station. This is mostly on account for the second half, which is extraordinarily challenging. So there's your best putters. Let's now sort for our throwing statistics. Turns out, apparently, I was the best thrower on the day. Although I don't pay in, I don't play for anything other than just fun. Tim Bayer was our best thrower. So go figure. If you're the best putter and the best thrower, you're going to win, and you're going to run away with it. Pat Hastings and Erica Apple were just behind Tim Bayer at 7 under in the putting. We got a triplet of people at 6 under. Janet, Kyle, Rob. Again, you're seeing a lot of those highlighted names who won their cards, did well in the throwing as well as the putting. A lot more of the field. More than half of the field got under par in the throwing stations, which is good. Next column. I thought this one would be cool. This is your shot differential, right? This is the difference between your putting and throwing, right? So this is kind of who had the most disproportionate. So at Tim Bayer, he had -4, which means he was good in the putting and good in the throwing. He was the only person who actually did that. Pretty impressive because he was so good in the putting. A lot of, again, we'll see a lot of these highlighted names who did well. Their differentials are close because they did good in both sections. I did want to point out me at the very bottom here, all the way up, 26. I was 10 under in throwing and plus 16 in putting with a 26 stroke differential between my putting and throwing, which is that is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, I gotta say. Let's break it down by sections too. First, we're gonna do that. It'll be fun. First 2 stations, the first putting ones. Some of your best scores here. No surprise, Tim Bayer, Ryan Pitnero, Boris. These people all did really well through those first strips. It's a par 24 through those first 6 throws on the first 2 stations. So Tim, 10 under through those. A bunch of 8 unders, so pretty good. You'll see if we go down the leaderboard here, only a few people, really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 people were over par in the first stretches of putting. So that's pretty telling for future reference. It seems like you want to get all your strokes there, so no surprise there. We don't have to sort for the throwing holes because the throwing was already at the end. This is what it really comes down to here is the last stretch. The putting continued, the hallway putt, the Mando putt, and the marksman's putt. this is really where it comes down to the wire. So we're going to look at that. This is a par 24. Again, we had to double check this on Tim's score, but it looks like he was the only one under par in that stretch. Kyle Lieberman, who was even par there. Kyle smashed the first putt on his Anheuser-Mando putt and then smashed the first putt on his Heiser putt. He did the walk-off on that station, which is pretty absolutely incredible because, if you make it, you just walk off. Janet only +1 through there. Brandon +2 through there. Ryan +3 through there. So, really, like, the way it works is, get your scoring in the first putting sections. You can pick up strokes in the throwing stations, and really, like, you want to build up a decent lead, a decent amount of strokes under par to get to this last section where it's just brutally challenging. They said only 2 people the whole field were under par through those last 3 sections, including, pretty significantly a whole lot of people here at 38 over 38, which would be 14 over. So it gets pretty dicey down in there. There's your breakdown of the whole thing for week 1. I'm going to do this all the time for every single one. We're going to go through and we're going to have the statistics. So here's our current leaderboard for the event. The rules here: you get 2 points for every person you beat. You get 5 extra points for winning your card. You get 5 points for the overall win, so you get 10 total if you win the whole week, because you win the week, you also win your card. So we're going to update this every week with a leaderboard. So this is there. On Monday the 18th, I'm going to go live. So same place. This is breakingfreeskatepark.square.site. These are already up here. They show out of stock because I haven't updated it. So the way it's going to work, like I said earlier, I'm going to reach out to everyone who won their card. They get priority registration. We'll deal with the payment later. I'll tell you what we're doing with that. And then I'll adjust the inventory here. And then on Monday, this will go live. And then you all could book. The next one is, of course, we're going to be Glow. This is a little sneak peek of what we're looking at there. So I've glowed up the whole freaking place. It's going to be awesome. I have more tape coming. We're going to play the same scoring, the same everything, but it's going to be this cosmic golf experience. I'm very excited about it. So thank you for checking in, watching the video. Hope to see you for week 2, which is going to be the second Monday in January, which will be Monday the 8th. So registration goes live Monday the 18th, and then we have a few weeks off, and league starts again on January the 10th, because, of course, we have Christmas and then New Year's, which both fall on Mondays. So that's it. Thank you very much.